Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha, and yes, I'm looking a little bit odd today because I've got half of my face done with makeup and the other half I haven't. I've just got my brows on, and the reason I've done that is because a week or so ago I purchased a number of products from Obsessive Makeup London. I've shared with you a number of the items, the eyeshadows and in fact the larger palette, so the eyeshadow palette, the highlighter palette, and also the contour and bronzing palette. But today what I want to do is put them all together. Like I say, I've already done half of my face so I can get a feel of the other products, and then I'm going to apply them on this side of my face. I've already done my brows because I tend to find, and obviously I've shared with you a tutorial sharing how I apply my brows, but I sometimes find that sometimes they go really well and take me a couple of minutes, and then like today they actually took me so long to do, and that's because I was testing out a new product. So that's what I'll first of all discuss with you and share with you my opinions. So usually I use the Makeup Revolution brow pomade, and I decided to try the Obsessive Makeup London brow pomade. I will list and link everything down below for you. The reason is because I absolutely love the Makeup Revolution one so much, and I thought, you know, I'm purchasing a number of Obsession products, so I'll just add this to the order. I'm nearly at the end of the tub. So I thought I'm going to have to get something anyway, and I tried this morning. Now I picked it up in the shade dark brown, which is the shade that I use from the Makeup Revolution brand. You get exactly the same brush that you receive with the Makeup Revolution brow pomade. I've only just recently stopped using the Makeup Revolution brush because I've used that so much that the brush has actually fell to pieces. I'm now using a proper brow brush as such. The pot itself looks very similar to the Makeup Revolution pot. The only difference is that you've got the Obsession Makeup London logo on the top. There's a sticker on the back giving you the amount, and you've got 2.5 grams or 0.087 ounces of product. Inside the colour looks very similar, and like I say, I've applied it today. The formulation feels very much the same as Makeup Revolution. The only thing that I will say is that I expected it to, and it does look very deep on my brow, and the reason is because I don't know if it's because the Makeup Revolution brow pomade, I've now had it a year, and I've been using it every day for that whole year, and it has dried a little bit, not it's not cracking or it's not difficult to use in any way, but I suppose after a year it has got a little bit thicker, and I found that Makeup Revolution the brow pomade is a little bit easier to work with. This one seemed a little bit well, how can I put it, a little bit oilier, so that I had to go in with the actual pencil, the Makeup Revolution Duo brow pencil that I use just to I just mark out my brows to start with. But I think after a while this will be exactly the same. I didn't notice it when I first used Makeup Revolution. The thing is, I've had it for a year now, so I'm really pleased with how my brows look. The colour is very much the same. The formulation seems to be very much the same, and yeah, really pleased with how my brows look today. So that's why I've got two both brows on basically. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to roll my sleeve up because I've got to now. I always put foundation on my hand. I'm going in with, I haven't got a concealer, I don't think. Oh yeah, there was another item that I wanted to talk about, and the reason I'm talking about this, I can't apply it, and that will become apparent in a moment. Now I picked up, if you've seen my haul, you will know that I picked up the Obsession Makeup London Corrector pen. in orange. Now I have used this. Unfortunately, I think this is for someone with a lot deeper skin tone to me. I knew in the back of my mind that when I placed the order I should have got the yellow, but I went for this because I have seen people use, and I thought it was a lot lighter than this, that sort of peachy tone. So I know that it says orange on the website and I should have gone for yellow. I have tried to use it. All it does, unfortunately, is then mix with my Makeup Revolution concealer and Conceal and Define concealer, and it gives me a pinkish peach cast under my eye, so there's no brightness left. So unfortunately, I cannot use that. I'm just going to swatch it for you. You will see what I mean. It is incredibly deep. So that is the orange shade, and like I said, I knew that in the back of my mind I should have got the you know, the yellow, the banana shade. So when I make perhaps another order, I will order that and see how I get on. Although, to be honest, this does everything that I need it to do under my eye. So what I'm going to do is just apply the concealer how I usually apply it, and then I will. Now I've got a very little table with not much room, so I hope I don't drop anything. Now I found that it works better with a finger. I know that it's Obsession that I'm talking about, but you know, I'm putting on all of my makeup for you on that one side. Now this is where I usually just add powder. Now the powder that I have, this is a new product, and this is the banana powder. It's called Large Press Powder, and yeah, just banana. It was £3, so I purchased that separately, and the palette separately. You can now purchase the palette for £6, and it has these 2 square pans now. So I picked up the banana shade, and I have used it. Is it the banana shade? Yeah, the banana shade over the last week on and off, and I've noticed that it is extremely powdery. I have used it again today, but I've had to go in over the top with something else. I'm really not enjoying that powder, and like I say, it is so powdery. Sorry, I'm just searching for the other palette. There we go. It is so powdery. I've never used, and I know that, you know, any powder will be powdery to a certain degree, but I usually use the Makeup Revolution Pro Contour powder, the banana shade from that palette, and I've never had as much dryness under my eye as I have when I use that shade. So I think excuse me, anybody who has got any kind of fine lines, and you know, we nearly all of us have, because of course, you know, our faces do move. Excuse me. I mean, I haven't got deep set wrinkles or anything like that. I'm very lucky. I have got a few lines, as I said, we all do, but when I use the Makeup Revolution powder, it doesn't highlight my fine lines, but that powder does. In fact, I've never seen my under eye so lined at all. But I'm going to use something else, and I'm using the Makeup Obsession contour palette. I think it's called Obsessive Contour. Once you take the sleeve off, it is just like that. There's nothing to tell you what the name is. So hopefully from memory that is correct. So I'm just making sure that there's no lines, and I'm going in with that pink shade from this palette just to see how that sets. And I'm using the Real Techniques, is it the contour brush? And I'm just going to powder that down just to make sure that, because I'm talking, usually I wouldn't talk or anything when I'm doing my makeup, so I want to make sure that that is mattified. So that looks okay. Now I'm moving on to my foundation, and at the moment I don't think that they do foundation, so I'm going in with my regular foundation, which is the L'Oreal Infallible. The shade that in fact I'm going to remove that orange swatch, because I do not want that mixing with any of my makeup. First of all, because I'm going to do a little bit of mixing. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on my hand. And I have also got this, and it's the Obsession Mixer Millionairess Glow. And it's like this, so it adds a little bit of shimmer to your foundation. Now I have already used it, and what I'm going to do is what I did before. Actually, I want a bit more than that. So all I did was I've got my foundation there, and I've got then probably way too much foundation because I'm not doing a full face, but anyway, and I've added a little bit of that. And the brush that I'm using is my regular Kabuki brush that I just picked up from a set from eBay, and what I'm going to do is just mix some of that together and then apply it to my face. Yeah, I've definitely put way too much foundation on, but never mind. Now I always go down my neck, and I always obviously do this. Now it's going to be a little bit tricky around this area because I've already done my brow and I'm getting it all in my hair. Now I always apply my foundation on my nose with my finger, and I don't know why, but I've never been able to apply my foundation with a brush onto my nose. For some reason it just doesn't want to stick. In fact, I'm just going all, I know I've done half of my face, but I'm just making sure that it's completely covered. So that looks better. Now what I will say is, and I did notice it on this side, and yes, I have got highlight here, obviously because I've done my face, but and I've missed something. Let me just put my brush down. This is another product that I wanted to share with you, and it's the Obsession Primer Pore Reducing in the pink shade. Now this I'm just going to apply onto my chin. That's the area that I tend to have problem with pores. I don't have, you know, a lot of pores, but on my chin I also find that the foundation just does not want to keep on my chin. I do have an oily T-zone, and this is why I'm so surprised that my under eye looks so dry at the moment, because I do have an oilier face. Now I'm just going to put some foundation. I'm actually putting it all over my chin again, just because I want it completely covered. And I know I've done half of the face, but so this product, and I have been trying this again over the past week just so that I can get a feel of it. It's brand new. I don't usually use any kind of primer whatsoever. I used to use the Benefit, I can't remember the name of it, but it was that silicone Benefit pore reducing product, and I just found that it was so oily and it was like an oil slick on my face, so I had to stop. That's the only, I think, pore reducing product that I've used. Now I really like this. Like I say, I've been now using it for about a week on and off. I find that my chin looks very matte, not matte, it looks very airbrushed. I will add a little bit more powder as well. Let me just get the brush, and I found that that works really well. So if you do have problems with pores, you might want to try that, because it is such a good product. It's not like the Benefit. It is pink. I'll just show you what it looks like actually on my skin. It's pink, so it works very well with lighter skin tones. It's also very thick and it's not silicone based, so it really does, you know, I mean, I suppose we're looking for a product that is going to fill pores, and that is what that does. And now my chin looks airbrushed. I'm really, really pleased with it. This, I have now popped that on my face. I can't see that my face is any more, you know, shimmery or glowy than it usually is. I don't know if it's because I do have a little bit of oil to my skin, but I've used it on this side, I've used it on this side. Again, I've used it, you know, before just to test it out before I did this video, and I can't see that it's added anything to my foundation. And I put quite a big, you know, I mixed it in, you know, completely with the foundation that I used. So that to me is a little bit of a disappointment, because you can see there is no, you know, I usually have a little bit of shine to my face, but it hasn't really added, I would say, you know, much of a glow. I'm just patting down the rest of my face, which is what I have to do, but there's still no glow to the foundation, I suppose is what I'm trying to say. So now the foundation is completely applied, what I need to do now, so I've added the concealer, I've added the base and obviously my brows. What I need to do now is add a bronzer, and the bronzer that I have been enjoying is, funnily enough, this one. I really like this. The only problem that I found is, and obviously this is a problem when you order online, is that I've got way too light a shade. So I'm going to apply it anyway, because I find that it does look very nice, although it is just slightly too light. I'm using my fan brush from NYX, and I'm just going to apply that now in the areas that I like to add it. Now it does give a light coverage, but it just, I need a little bit more, but you can definitely see it anyway, so that's good. But I suppose, you know, that is the problem with ordering online. You know, you can only get so much from the pictures that are on there, but you know, I'm really pleased with the consistency of it. I really like how it applies. Now usually I put my makeup on when I've washed my hair, and it's usually totally out of the way. So anyway, I really like the colour of that. I just need it slightly deeper, that's all. But apart from that, it goes on really well, and I'm loving it. Now I'm going back to the large palette again, and the shade that I've been absolutely loving is this shade here. I mean, you've got four you know, varying degrees of colour there. Absolutely love this so much, and I'm just using the same brush and just going to add a little bit of, hopefully, contour here. Not too much. So that has now bronzed and contoured my face, and I want to put this somewhere. Let me just pop it there. Now unfortunately this collection, I don't know if it comes, or they've developed a blush. I haven't picked up a blush, so what I'm going to do is use my Makeup Revolution blush palette in Hot Spice, which I absolutely love. So I wanted to keep it all very, you know, similar brands. So the colour that I'm going to go in with is this colour here. Love this palette so much. And I'm just using my Wilko blush brush. I just love that. It just adds a lovely, healthy glow to the face. So that's the blush. Now for the highlight. Where is my foundation brush? I've just missed a little bit. There There we go. I missed a little bit on my nose and it was annoying me. Okay, so the next item that I want to do is highlight. Now this is the second palette. I've already tested this out, but of course I want to add a full face, and the colour that I absolutely love is Smitten. Now if you love highlight, you're going to love this palette. You've got every shade in there, and even the deeper, darker shades that you perhaps wouldn't use, you can use them as eyeshadow. And I think if you've got a lighter skin tone, you can actually get away with, you know, all of these apart from perhaps these two. But if you are a deeper skin tone, you can definitely use this quad here. But yeah, really, really love it. Excuse me. So the brush that I'm going to use is my M501 brush. And I'm going in with the shade Smitten. I just love it so much. It's beautiful. And so I'm just applying that now. I'm also going to apply it here as well. I need as much glow on my face at the moment. It is just looking so dry. And I'm going to add a little bit on the nose as well. But I really love that shade so much. I could certainly use nearly all of those shades in that palette, apart from, I would say, definitely that one, and perhaps that one. But I like to use like shimmery blushes anyway, so I could, you know, definitely get away with a lot of those. Now what I want to do is I want to add a base onto my eye, and I need to use this. This is the one, since I've had all the issues with my eye, this has worked really well, and it's the Focus and Fix Eye Primer. I absolutely love this. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that. Now I find that this product works best if you just tap it into the skin. If you drag it over, I don't know why, but it just doesn't work as well. I can also double up on this product. So if I feel that, you know, one layer is not enough, then I will add a secondary layer. But like I say, as soon as you start dragging it across the skin, for some reason it doesn't work, but if you tap it in, it works perfectly. Now the eyeshadow that I always use to set that is this one from the Life on the Dance Floor VIP palette from Makeup Revolution. You'll see in a moment that I have hit pan rather badly. I just love the consistency. It's worked so well with, whoops, put it on the wrong eye, the Focus and Fix Eye Primer, and it really does give me a fantastic base to then start my eyeshadow. So that's that. Now moving on to, and I was so excited about this, and you've already seen me do a look with this, but of course I want to do a full look today, and this is the Obsessive Eyes palette. So you've seen the Obsessive Lights palette with the highlighter in, the Obsessive Contour palette, and now this is the Obsessive Eye palette. And of course I'm going to be using, I'm going to use the eyeshadow brush that I used to do the other side, and I'm just going to maneuver things around on my little table. Okay, so I love the colours in here. You've got light pinks, you've got oranges, you've got reds, you've got every single colour in here that you could wish for. It is an eyeshadow dream. It is absolutely beautiful. The only thing, and I don't know if anybody else has noticed it, if they've ordered any of these larger palettes, is the fact that Makeup Revolution, not Makeup Revolution, Obsession have now, they were £15, and I paid £15 for two of these, the contour palette they kindly sent to me, but they've now reduced them to £12, and then they've reduced them even more because they've now got, I think, 10 or 20% off in the sale. So I'm not sure why after a week they reduced the price, although I wish they'd have reduced the price before I paid for it myself. But anyway, it's absolutely fine. but I just wondered if anybody else had noticed it. Now the colour that I'm going in with first is the shade called Hustle, and it's this beautiful shade here. Perfect to start off any eye look. And of course, like I said, I'm using the Primark, not Makeup Revolution, the Primark Eye Contour Brush, and I'm just going to pop that into the crease and take that up as well. I think the colour range in this palette is absolutely stunning. I love it. So there's the first colour laid down, Hustle. Now what I want to do, I want to deepen it up slightly, and I'm going to go in with Frappe. Was it Frappe I went in with? Yeah, it was Frappe, I think. Yeah, Frappe. So it's this one here, Frappe. So it was a deeper brown. And I'm just going to pop that on the outer third of the lid and then in the crease as well. And just work that in. These colours blend so well. They are just amazing, and from this one palette, because they've put so many beautiful colours together, you can really make some wonderful eye looks. Now I'm just going underneath the eye with Hustle. I just love that colour so much. I think I used it in my other eye look that I did with that palette because it is just so stunning. Now I'm just going with a little bit more of a Frappe, which is the deeper colour, just running that underneath. Like that. I also went in with Rebound, which is the red shade as well, because I realised I wanted to add a little bit more pink, and to do that I needed to add a little bit of red to the eye. Like I say, these work so well together, they blend beautifully. Just absolutely love it. This palette is amazing, and I've still not really seen a great deal about it either. I'm just going to add a little bit more red this side. Yeah, I've not seen that much about it. That's better. And again, just run a little bit of that underneath the eye as well, so the under eye matches the top. Love it. Okay, now the colour that I went in with was Wasted, which is this pink here, that one. So I'm just going to apply that with a finger. These are absolutely stunning shimmery colours. Just beautiful. And then I need another brush. Rather than my Primark brush that I usually use, I'm having to use one of these Wilko brushes because they're all in the wash. And I'm just getting more of that Wasted shade and just popping it all around the inner corner. Love it, absolutely love it so much. I mean, there's so many combinations there, but that's what I wanted to go in with today. And then of course I need some mascara. I don't think they've got a mascara. I didn't see one anyway, so I've picked up my usual mascara, which is the PS Amplif-eyed from Primark. This works very, very well for me. So I'm just going to apply a coat of that. And I've now flicked it a bit onto my face. This is now getting a little bit dry. So let me just get my foundation brush. There, easily resolved, thank goodness. So that's the mascara done. Now what I want to do is, and I've touched my under eye. There we go. Can always sort it out, thankfully. Now what I want to do is add my lipstick. My lip has been looking quite strange all through this video, and I'm using the shade Booty Call, which I absolutely love. It was in one of my top 3 of the Obsession liquid lipsticks. I just love it so, so much. I love the formulation, and these are £5, and you get a lip liner and a liquid lipstick for £5, which is incredible value. So now I can line the rest of my lip. In fact, I've lined the whole thing. And now I'm going to apply the liquid lipstick. I just love it so much. If you love those pinky mauve colours, you're going to love this. Perfect. Love that so, so much. It works so well with the jumper. Love that. So that's the makeup done. I'm just going to allow it to dry for a little bit longer, because what I'm going to do is add one of these lip effects. It's the Obsession lip effects. I've got 2 here, Daydreamer, and I've also got Paradox. Paradox, I would say, is my ultimate favourite because it's pink, and then this one, Daydreamer, it looks white, but it's actually got a pink reflect to it. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to use, but I'm definitely, let me just wipe the rest of that foundation off before it drips. Yeah, I definitely want to use one of those today. And the lipstick is now drying perfectly. I think I've got a very pink look, so I think I'm going to go in with Paradox, which is my absolute favourite. These are £4. They remind me of something, and I can't quite remember what they remind me of. I don't know if it's something from L'Oreal. The packaging reminds me of L'Oreal. Something from L'Oreal anyway, and they smell absolutely gorgeous. This one, like I said, is Paradox. It's the pink one, and I'm going to just pop it on the middle of my lip. They do have a long doe foot, which works very, very well for application. And I've just patted that down, as you saw me do that, just to pop it all over where I want it to go. So that is a lip topper, and really, really loving the colour of that. That combination is absolutely beautiful, actually. So that one was Paradox. So now I can take off my ears. And that is my makeup done for today, and that was a whole face done, well, half a face done anyway on camera, because I really wanted to not only go through all of the products, but I wanted to let you see them applied as well, and I hope that you found that helpful. Like I say, I've not seen anything much about the Obsession range, the new range at all. Really enjoying especially this primer. I must say I'm really liking the look of my chin. The only, I think, problematic product that I purchased was this one, but that was my fault completely. I should have gone for the banana shade rather than the orange shade. I just didn't expect it to be that orange. But I know it's a longer video and I apologize for that, but I really wanted to get stuck in and show you how I apply and use these products, what I've thought of them, and yeah, really loved it. Loved sharing it with you as well, and I absolutely love the products that they've come out with. So yeah, I'd really love your thoughts on all of the products. My eye is drawn to this Paradox shade on my lip. It is just stunning, absolutely beautiful. I'd really love your thoughts on these products. Have you received yours if you've made an order, and what are you thinking about them? I'd really love it if you haven't made an order. What are you thinking about the products that I shared with you today? And yeah, I really love that. And if you have stumbled across my channel, I would absolutely love it if you subscribe to watch further videos. But until tomorrow, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.